I'm Mike.
I'm Tristan.
This is War Daddies. This is War Daddies. Today, we are reviewing the Yugo M70, the one right behind us, if you haven't noticed. It's chambered at 7.62 times 39, semi-automatic, of course. It comes with a 30-round PMag and an M-Lok rail, which sets it apart from the other Yugo M70s that come with, the wood furniture, the Magpul furniture. This comes with an entire M-Lok rail system, which is heavy.
It's really heavy. I don't have as much experience as this what Mike does, but it's absurdly heavy for something you want to shoot practically.
I agree. However, man, that trigger is good. Jesus, it is good. I've had zero malfunctions out of it. I'm probably 2,500 rounds deep into it, if not more. I mean, I've burned through like 3 or 4 spam cans and never had a problem out of it. Not even a stovepipe, which is pretty common if you use Russian ammunition, because some of it's loaded light or loaded too heavy. This thing is a little particular, though. It doesn't like metal AK mags. They'll work. It takes a little bit more finagling to get it in there, but the PMags, it even says in the owner's manual, it recommends PMags. They're great. They work. However, it is a little bit of a pain to go out and purchase AK PMags, because that means you can't just use your standard good old Soviet-made AK mags. That's probably the only downside next to it being heavy as hell. It's cool. I mean, it's just heavy. Real heavy.
I'd say out of my experience, I would tend to agree with Mike. It really doesn't have too many downsides. It's pretty comfortable. The recoil is not that bad at all, especially with the front being that heavy. It doesn't rise too much at all, but I do think it is pretty significantly heavy, where I would rather have more recoil in exchange for it being a bit lighter. As much as they put on the front of the barrel too, it just makes it really top heavy, so the whole balance is off anyways.
This Yugo M70, Yugo being Yugoslavian, I actually think it's made in Serbia.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's made in Serbia, but it's Yugo because of the way it's designed. It says on our side. It does have a Magpul collapsible stock. It's also folding, which is cool if you need to put it in your trunk and get ready for the ops. It helps. But collapsible stock definitely helps. It's sturdy. It's not like the ones that you see where they kind of like wiggle a little bit. Nothing's firm. Like me on a Saturday night. And I have to say it's great. The charging handle does protrude a good bit. You can do the reach around technique, not with your friends, but with the gun, where you reach around and rack it. That's how most operators do it, and that's how you should do it, because you bought an M70, so you spent $1,200 on that, so you might as well use it like that. The barrel is 16.1 inches, somewhere in there. Gas operated blowback, the piston driven type of thing, like all AKs, duh. I don't know why you're here. If you're trying to figure out if it's piston driven or gas driven, you need to go somewhere else to our other videos, like M4s and ARs. It has a complete 360-degree muzzle brake with like the holes and everything in it, which is cool, unless you're on your side in dirt and it's throwing dust everywhere. But at that point in time, you have an M70, so everything downrange is getting hit, because it's just a badass gun. The stock is adjustable, just to be clear. You can adjust the shoulder length from your trigger pull. It comes with a Magpul pistol grip, and it does have a compartment on the bottom, like the ones that you would buy anywhere. So you can put extra bullets, your last bullet, Soviet flag in it, whatever you want. It has the standard safety lock mechanism, so you can pull the charging handle back and lock it in place for ranges. Some ranges like that. Probably stay away from those ranges. They're probably a little liberal. Just saying. However, you can do that, and especially if you want to lock it back for your own protection, safety, whatever. And you can drop the safety lever and it will automatically chamber. It doesn't have a bolt hold open feature. Those are exceedingly rare to find, and they have those special mags and stuff that are made by certain countries before they're overthrown. I do like this one. It is really good for overthrowing the South American government or chasing down the ops. And yeah, can't say too many bad things about it other than it's heavy as hell.
I'd really just say the weight and then the sights. The sights are pretty low profile, so it'd be really nice to run an optic on it, but as front heavy as it already is, putting an optic would just put even more weight towards the front of the rifle. That's really my only gripe with it.
Yeah, and the good thing about this is that this is a fixed rail system, and the top is mounted to the bottom, which is mounted to the whole gun. So there is no movement. Your zero won't change. That is really good. Where some of the AKs, you know, they have them mounted right here, where you know the dust cover does move a lot, so your zero will constantly change. This, they got rid of that whole issue and just did it up here. So now you look operator cool with a red dot up at the front. However, you better be hitting the gym if you think that you're going to carry this around in a standard ruck. War Daddy T over here hits the gym all the time, probably a little bit addicted to it, and he was complaining about like, oh, the weight's so heavy, it's heavier than my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, really catches up on you. And to imagine if you were wounded or something, you had to fire this with one hand or anything like that, it'd be near impossible to get a good sight picture out of that,
No.
which we'll see later on.
Yeah. What it doesn't come with is the front foregrip. Doesn't come with that. I put it on there. This gun gets exceedingly hot. The actual foregrip or the handguard itself, after about a mag, it becomes unbearable. I highly recommend getting a glove for it because, I mean, you wouldn't think it would get that hot, but boy, does it get warm.
Yeah, really quickly.
Yeah, like mag dump it, you're gonna be like, okay, I can feel the heat. Second mag, you're like, okay, I can't touch it anymore. And then put in the weight. The weight is, it's a lot. So then if you can't grab the front, and you're trying to hold onto the mag, your recoil control is all over the place. So that's where I put the foregrip in, so if you're doing a mag dump or whatever it may be, you can move your hand away from the hot spots, which is mainly where the sling guard is, and be able to maintain the heat control and let it kind of cool down and not burn your hand at the same time, which that has happened today, and it was not fun for either one of us.
No.
It burned worse than going on leave for the weekend and meeting that girl at the bar and her giving you the, you know, it's not a good thing. Today we are shooting the M70 Yugo, and let's see how it functions, using some standard Soviet ammunition like the motherland wanted you to. Damn. Now this thing is burning hot, so we're going to do it one-handed. It's heavy. I guess you could do it like this too. Woo! I just want to show you. This is how long you can put your hand on it. It is excruciatingly hot. Like, you do not want to touch this. Look at that. It's all gone. Sorry. Didn't mean to spit on this.
Alright, now we're going to do a double tap, see what kind of split we can get. What we get?
3-4.
3-4. Not bad.
Not bad at all. I'll do a split time. This is my time, and we're going to see what happens.
Three 6.
Damn. Yeah. Three, 4.
3-4. Pretty consistent, at least.
Yeah.
Three 4.
Damn. All right, to wrap up our review on the Yugo M70. It is made by Zastava Arms. I don't think I included that in the intro. Zastava is the company that makes and imports all M70s and stuff. I actually believe they're made in Serbia and then they're imported by Zastava, and Zastava assembles them and then sells them to the American public. Besides all that little history lesson, I would recommend this gun for overthrowing a South American government. Hands down. However, make sure when you do it, you have a glove. A heat-resistant glove to overthrow a South American government. I rate this on a 7.9 for ops. It is a little heavy, so if you have to run them down, yeah, it would be kind of a pain. But for standard trunk gun, yeah, there you go, man. Whoop that thing out, everyone's going to take off running, especially in South America.
I'd rate it more at a 6.2. I'm not going to be as nice as Mike was. Reason being is because if you were trying to overthrow that, unnamed South American government, if you were rather untrained, it would be pretty difficult to use with the low-profile sights and just being as heavy as it is. If you have to travel anywhere or ruck anywhere, it's going to be miserable.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
a trunk gun, all day.
All day.
As heavy as it is, you could stay on target really easily. You can see in our split times, it cycles really fast, so you can keep up really good with it. And I mean, if you're not going to be holding it that long, you can put an optic on it, make it even better. So,
yeah,
you try to do something long, maybe not.
The trigger, I can't say enough good things about the trigger. The trigger's awesome. It's amazing. I'm very, very impressed with that. I have shot a lot of AKs in my time. Some of them have good triggers, some of them do not. The M70s, I've noticed that they have pretty good triggers, but this one, out of all the M70s that I do own, this one is the best trigger. The only downside to the whole gun itself is weight, yeah, and it gets hot as hell. Okay, cool. But trigger, amazing. Awesome trunk gun. Hell, even a truck gun for you country boys out there that want to throw something in the back of your rig and go and beat down some trails and your cousins. I mean, by all means, this gun would do that for you. Like, it doesn't say anything about you and your pretty cousin, and it just does its work. That's all it does. It works. It's a great shovel.
Yeah.
Please don't use it as a shovel.
Don't try any of this at home.
No.
We're trained professionals.
Yes, we're trained professionals, and please do not train on your cousins either.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, that's just not a good thing.
Unless you're in Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, in Alabama, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alabama.